New rappers is cool, but we still bump Biggie. I walk in perfects with an ill one with me. Fitted to the side on my Brooklyn shit.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy JoellOrtiz.
It's your boy Rob.
Can we take that back? They sound real. You sound like y'all niggas stuck on the deal.
Because I don't want to start with that. I don't want to start with the intro.
And the reason why it's so hard for Joell to even intro him and her is because the state of hip hop is at its all-time, I don't even know what to call it.
It's not even the state of hip hop. It's just sad, tragic shit is happening.
Right.
And it's sad.
Human.
It's, you know, it's
People,
tough to fucking get out. And, you know, I'm a part of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So when I watch a 20-year-old kid get gunned down, a 21-year-old kid get gunned down, and, you know, like, shit is just rough. I'm a dad first, you know what I'm saying?
I saw that post when you said he was like my child, like my son is about that age.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man.
So if you think it's not hip hop, then what is it? Eventually, besides it, everybody gonna blame it on that.
You know, music is music. Right. The shit that's happening is outside of the music. You know
I think the music influences it, though.
Why you say that?
There's a lot of influential, like, clearly, in the...
Rest in peace, XXXTentacion.
I can't believe we're even saying that.
Definitely R.I.P.
I cannot, R.I.P. I cannot believe that this is what we're saying right now. Going back to episode 1, we discussed even a 6ix9ine. Like, we were like, all right, and I remember asking you, Joell, because you're an artist, is there any way that he can like rewind or he can fix everything that he's undone trolling and you know, always be an extra and there's always someone who has nothing to lose? Can he just flip that back and still win?
No.
And would that be acceptable? And I think that Joell said that yes, he could.
It's too late now. You bring somebody baby mom into this, and then you trolling them and you talking about fuck Chicago, fuck this. You can't do that. It's too late.
I disagree. I think that the reason why we're right now RIPing XXXTentacion is because y'all took it too far. This was outside.
Is too far
this
now?
is outside the booth. Like, there's no respect. There's no structure, and there's no, like, literally. I mean, we're losing human life here.
Indeed, and it's always sad, regardless of who it is, you know?
Real talk, I just think it's cameras in everybody's faces.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that this kid, we saw, it's sad that his mom and his family has to see the last, that image all the image of her son slumped in that vehicle dead. The fact that there was people on the scene that could have called the ambulances, 911, the cops, and everybody was so busy trying to capture images to be cool on social media.
Because to get those likes.
That's horrible.
But now, the being said about his mom, no statement, no nothing. So,
who cares?
Because at the same time, he's crying out for help.
So why would his mom? You think that? I am not a mom.
Right.
Yeah.
If something happened to me, my mom would have been the first thing. Oh, this shit ain't.
That means. But what? This is what I'm saying. See how the world thinks today? The first thing that my mom would do is get on a camera to talk about. There's nothing.
No, she'd be at the police station.
She is hurt. Who know? How do you know she wasn't? How do you know she wasn't?
Because we don't know.
Right.
Because of how much we know. We know so much stuff, and then we don't know what we don't know, if that makes any sense. Like, cameras is in everybody's face.
Okay, so who knows where his mom and what his mom did?
Because it's the world that we live in, social media.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's horrible.
It's horrendous. Artists have been competitive, disliked each other, you know, and it kind of stayed behind.
Well, we don't know if it was an artist versus an artist, although we do know that somebody's being accused because social media is so big and grand that his own fans are creating a murder sheet. One article that said that it was a drive-by. Then I heard that somebody got off out of the car. They're looking for a Tahoe and a Chevy. Then they said that somebody got off and straight shot him in the car. So there's many stories out here. At the end of the day, what's concerning is the fact that people are dying and that it's black on black crime. And that, you know, at some point we're all losing sight of what's really important.
Well, to me, all right, look, shootings and things of that, and violent gunplay is something I grew up in, right? So
it's real to you.
Yeah, it's not new. It's real, right? But what's more concerning to me is the lack of empathy.
Absolutely.
Like, I can't believe that people can film in a moment like that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem I'm having.
Social
the problem
media.
I'm having is that who doesn't call, like, why do you not? The first thing you do is try to revive that life. You pick up, and at times, even when you, because of course I went to school for criminal justice, so they tell you don't pick up somebody that fell because then that's a problem. And you go, in my emotions, I'm like, you call the cops. What do? You see if he's breathing, you do something, and everybody's just filming.
But the crazy part is, like, that's in that moment, right?
Who knows if he could have been saved. That's
that moment though, right? But also, like, people are turning to the cameras for other moments. Like, there's XXXTentacion, rest in peace. He was turning to the camera and talking about real things that he was going through as well. Like, there's other avenues. Like, why don't people talk to people no more? Why is everybody broadcasting?
Because nobody's
life?
going to listen. The people that he want to listen don't listen. So who are you going to put it out to? The world.
But what I'm saying is, the minute you do that, you automatically allow other energies into the field of play.
So what you're saying is that, I'm trying to figure out what you guys are saying. So what you're saying is that Tentacion was out here screaming for help this whole time and nobody cared, and now that he's dead, everybody.
Not just him. I see a lot of cries for help coming in different forms.
And then Spotify, after he went through an incident, because he does have like about 15 felony charges, like he was supposed to be going to court next year due to like domestic violence, DV for short. He had a whole bunch of charges that he had to go fight. And it wasn't looking too good for him, so he had to be at court soon.
They pulled his music, they kept him off of it.
Right. And then now, guess what? He's dead, and so Spotify has him up. And
crazy,
his sales have spiked how many? Like at least what
a
happened?
retarded amount of percentage.
But what Big said always makes sense. Nobody loves you until somebody kills you.
And I think that's really unfair. And I also think that I'm not here. I didn't know him. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I knew his music. I don't know. I'm a tough cookie, so I don't sit here and kind of excuse some of his behaviors because he's dead. I don't, at all. And I don't give a fuck who judges me, like at all. However, the facts are the facts. The facts are to be told, but still, human life is precious. And who am I to judge? The only one that can judge is God. So he didn't deserve to go this soon. I mean,
this is
20 years old.
This is my thing, Terry, and I'm glad you said I'm 20 years old, right? Because if my life got nipped in the bud, knock on whatever piece of wood, at 20 years old, y'all will remember me different too.
Absolutely.
Like he ain't get to grow up.
That's horrible. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so no
you gotta go
what,
through stuff. Like, even though, in the same breath that you say, yo, listen, I can't excuse stuff like that, that's fine.
I can't.
But there's still reparations that could come down the line, you know what I'm saying, as life proceeds. You get what I'm saying? So
the only one that can judge is, that's what I'm saying. God is the only one that can say, you know what? Like, even I've made mistakes, and I'm still about, I don't know how many years older than he was, and I'm still making mistakes. So what I'm saying is that, yes, I will not excuse everything that came with the package. However, this is fucked up. This is fucked up, and it shouldn't be that way.
So now what, though? So what happens now? Because I see a couple of rappers, jumping on, shit, this is real, this is sad,
I hope that this was a wake-up call.
But what do you expect? What do y'all expect to happen though? Y'all expect because this is not new though.
Yeah,
In
today's day and age is not nothing new because everybody wants and clings onto that attention. So fuck it, I have a hit record or not, I'm gonna act stupid because that's gonna give me records. So now we like the person, it becomes personal, so we're invested in their story. So now if they put out music, we like their record because we like the person. It's not about the bars anymore, and that's what fucking pisses me off half the time.
Because these kids can't rap it with bars because they don't live that type of life because they doing the drugs instead of selling the drugs.
Okay.
So with that being said, when they high, they go do retarded shit that don't make sense because they out of their fucking mind.
So we went from the hippie stage back when my parents was out to us where we was like flipping keys and money, cash, clothes, money, hoes. You know, we were doing it. Like everybody wanted to be pretty and beautiful in the Jay-Z era. And now we're going into like the druggy era is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And that's why niggas is acting crazy?
Nah, I think we always partied in music, to be honest with y'all.
Oh, no, there's always a party.
I mean,
but
it was
it's
hard
level.
drugs. Now, hard drugs was involved.
Yes, but it's a different
To a
type of
certain
party.
level, though.
Nah, they just wasn't glorified in the music.
Okay.
Like, Ray Charles was on Diesel.
Oh, I can respect that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck. Like,
I think that everybody's just like open to a lot of other shit now.
it became the subject matter of songs. That's
Right.
all that happened. You know, and
Hip-hop and animals.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we used to go out and party to the message that came from real life. And it was raw because they recorded it high sometimes. So you got the pure, like you got the uncensored.
But they wasn't talking about I get high.
Exactly.
But their songs were also fun. You go out to a party, those songs that was when they high, you having a good time because you faded, they faded, so the songs is just going. Now you hear, it's like, if you listen to the tempo of these songs, the vibrations, you hear how slowed down they are. You feel it.
It's a different kind of drug. Remember,
it's
the
not
drug of
fun
choice probably was
outspeed.
coke or whatever it was back then, and then it was weed, and then it was coke, and then now it's just like lean and like pills and like shit. It's downers. I don't know much about drugs because you know, I don't really care for them. But yeah, it's a different day and age, and I believe that we need to really like.
Sorry, y'all, for being super sad.
No, we just not.
And you know, like
we need to
it's
figure
tough.
yeah.
You can't just jump into talking to the people and not feel humanly like bad about what's going on. Like,
Absolutely. I could not understand. Like, I remember I saw that TMZ put that shit out, and I was at home, and I was just like, wait, no. Like, hopefully he can recover from this, because it's just sad to see, even if, Tekashi, like even like these young motherfuckers, like, yes, whether you got an OG behind you or not, whether whatever's happening, like at the end of the day, shit gets real. There's always somebody who don't give a fuck. There's always somebody who doesn't have shit to lose.
There's always somebody tougher
There's
than you.
yeah, so then you have to figure out. You have to figure out.
They punished that kid though. Rest in peace.